From far and wide, Oilers fans, this is Dolynny TV.
This is Dolynny TV, guys. A little bit of a scramble to get going on this one today. Because, man, I didn't expect to go to overtime. And then all of a sudden I get caught up watching the highlights of that overtime. And now, here we are, as Oilers fans. 6 points out. And it's pretty much time. Honestly, I've said that now a couple of games in a row. I've said it's pretty much time to call her a season, call her quits, and just keep playing for pride, but you ain't playing for a playoff spot anymore. This loss to the Ottawa Senators, I mean, that extra point was so crucial. Just to keep hope alive. I don't care if we got eliminated in Game 82. Whatever, it would have been fun. But now here we sit. The negativity still surrounding the Bob Nicholson thing, obviously, and now we get ourselves a chance to do some right by beating Ottawa, and we have that crap, poor, miserable performance against Ottawa. Yeah, okay, every time we got down, we battled back. But problem is, the final time Ottawa scored, there is no battling back to try and win this game. So, I mean, a very tough one to stomach myself, but what do you do? What do you do, I guess, is the question. So let's get right to it. Let's go break this game down in the stats sheet and then see what I can tell you from there, because it was a valiant effort, but not a good enough effort to get the job done is what I'm saying. So scoring started off by Brady Tkachuk on the power play. Obviously it was finished off by him, and he's now 1 goal shy of 20 goals on the season as a rookie. Man, guy like Jesse Puljujärvi needed to do that for us, but right now we're blaming Tobias Rieder instead. So Christian Wolanin and Dylan DeMello get the assists on the Brady Tkachuk goal, but then all of a sudden, less than 4 minutes later, Darnell Nurse spots head-up pass to Alex Chiasson for Chiasson's 21st. No lack of depth scoring there from Alex Chiasson. Bobby Ryan, his 14th, with less than 5 minutes to go in that first period, gets it from Thomas Chabot and Colin White. And, I mean, you had this feeling that Thomas Chabot was going to be out there in a key pivotal moment, make a pivotal play, because I really don't understand what it is with Sportsnet and playing up. I mean, home of hockey's brightest stars, I guess, is the saying. But they just play up one guy the entire game, or two guys. And, I mean, you have to do it when the opposition comes in. It's a team you don't see very often. But they were playing up Thomas Chabot. Kevin Quinn and Drew Remenda played Thomas Chabot up the entire game. And you saw the work, the ethic in overtime, obviously. He did get that point, and that's why he's the third star of the game for the Ottawa Senators. Colin White, a guy I had mentioned in the game preview, who came down and made a difference for the Ottawa Senators in this one, obviously coming back in the lineup when I thought hopefully he would have been out. He gets an assist on that Bobby Ryan power play goal as well. Again, both power play goals, just kind of Adam Larsson being lackadaisical. That one off of his skate off Koskinen, you can't blame him fully for it, but you still got to be in a little bit tougher of positioning, and he wasn't quite clamped down. But such an in-the-moment decision, not going to go down too hard on him. Connor McDavid, his 38th, ties a career high in points in a lot less games than what it took him to do it last year. However, 38th goal of the season, 108th point of the year. That play, honestly, that play looked like Connor McDavid wanted Leon Draisaitl to shoot that puck. So it's amazing that Draisaitl passed it back to him. Draisaitl likes to shoot this year, but the safer bet was McDavid. He gets the job done, and we score the goal at that point to make it 2-2, only 3 minutes or so into the second period. Draisaitl and Kazian get the assists on that marker. And then all of a sudden it's the guy you've heard about from Anaheim this year, and now he's in Ottawa. Well, that's Brian Gibbons, his 6th goal of the season, 7:37 into the third period of what was a 2-2 just boring game. Seriously, I was bored most of that game. Really not a lot of excitement. Power plays were lackluster, you know what I mean? Like, Ottawa obviously gets power play goals, but that's not exciting for an Oilers fan. Magnus Paajarvi, oh yeah, of course he would have to get an assist against us. And Oscar Lindberg get points on the Gibbons goal. Then, okay, the most exciting moment was the workmanship by the Gagne cave line, and then Gambardella's out there, and he just throws this beautiful tape-to-tape pass to Colby Cave, who goes bar down to score the tying goal with, well, what, 12 and a half, 11 and a half minutes to go, if I could do my math right. His third goal of the year for us. Now, the thing is, I will touch on this right now. Colby Cave is a guy who is your prototypical perfect fourth-line centerman for a team like the Edmonton Oilers. And he's a guy who can elevate up the lineup. He's a guy who can elevate his game. He's a guy who can get streaky, right? All the things that we really haven't seen out of Kyle Brodziak this year. But Colby Cave goes to work every single shift. And that was huge to see him go to work there. Gambardella now points in back-to-back games. Sam Gagner, oh my goodness, does that look like the most no-brainer trade in the world? Let's actually, hold on, let's go for a spin here. Ryan Spooner, what are his stats since his trade? Ryan Spooner stats. Let's go there and hopefully find Hockey DB. Right there, that's Hockey DB. Yep, perfect, good enough for me. Ryan Spooner, in his trade to the Canucks, well, he has 3 assists so far in 6 games. So, you know what? Here we sit. That looks like a damn brilliant move by our general manager, acting as he may be in Keith Gretzky. So good work by him. And, well, the unfortunate part, the Oilers got out there and got to work early in the overtime, but McDavid, Draisaitl, just as they had a couple other times in the game, couldn't get the puck on edge and get shot right on net. And then Kassian got out-battled down the ice, but hey, that's what a defenseman's there to do. Don't pretend that Zach Kassian's supposed to be blowing past every single defenseman in the NHL, especially not in overtime, so fair enough. Now, Draisaitl, McDavid getting going the other way, and Brady Tkachuk turns it back around. Craig Anderson starts the play, and back around it goes to Rudolph Spalkers, who gets across to Brady Tkachuk, and bang, his 19th of the year, as I mentioned off the top, for him to get going and done. And guys, a game, like I said, boring as it may have been, a very important one for the Oilers, and they could not do anything to steal the game. They honestly could not do anything to go out there, pile on 2 or 3 goals in a row, and really take Ottawa out of it. Ottawa just hung around. They outshot the Oilers 35-29. And again, the New Jersey Devils game kind of all over again in terms of, I don't know, what I would say work ethic, going out there and trying to get the job done, right? Not starting on time, not playing the full 60, not playing a hard 60. And it cost the Oilers another critical point. Yeah, sure, we get it to overtime, but is it really what we needed? No, we needed 2-0 in regulation, and we couldn't get it. Hits, the Oilers had 31-23 the hits. Yes, we did go out there and play a physical game, but did it do us any good? No. Do we need to step up and go further than we did this game? Absolutely. We need to be out there nailing people. The one thing that absolutely, oh my goodness, gets me going of late is, my buddy pointed this out on the phone, the Oilers, when they go in to pressure a guy, they get close enough they could hit him, but instead they turn back. Honestly, you're going to get burnt on that play if you hit him probably 1 in 4 times, but that's 3 out of 4 times that you could maybe get something going that was there not at all, right? Make something out of nothing by just laying the body or pressuring them a little bit harder than you are. And the most guilty ones of it, I know, shouldn't be laying the body, but they need to be at this time of the season. That's Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. No, it's not necessarily them being lazy, too lazy to do their job. No, it's just not the way they're playing their game, and they need to change the way they're playing the game. Pressure hard, hit hard, get the body to the puck, and bang, and get it free. I don't care if that's along the boards. I don't care if that's in open ice. Obviously, don't come 2 hands up charging at the guy's head, but you know what I'm understanding. Just shoulder into him. Just make him think. You do it once, they're going to think the second time you come at them, and you might get something going. And you got a skilled guy like Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl doing that. That changes the things 100% out there. But we don't do it. We still get 31 hits, and the Ottawa Senators win 4-3 in overtime. Face-offs, yes, okay. So this is the scary part of the Oilers game. We win 34 face-offs. Ottawa only wins 20 of the 54 in the game, and somehow they outshoot us 35-29. That is the brutal part of the Oilers system right now, is not figuring out how to control the puck completely off a face-off win. Obviously, did they do it a lot tonight? Well, they didn't, as in every game. But when you win 14 more face-offs than the Ottawa Senators, you got to be asking the question, why did we not outshoot them? Whether that be offensive, neutral ice, or defensive zone face-offs. Why can you win 14 more face-offs than the Senators and somehow trail them by 6? I mean, 35-34, be respectable, but by 6 shots, and at times we were out of it big time in the shot column, and we got it going, but it's just tough. Giveaways, obviously, that's exactly leading into my point there from the face-offs. 9-5. Well, that's given the Ottawa Senators 4 more pucks to create offense with, and you do that, that can lead to 1-2 shots. Now you talk about 1-2 shots, and suddenly you're talking the difference in the shot clock, right? 31-29, suddenly it's respectable. Now you talk about 27-29 in favor of the Oilers. Well, damn, right there, right? Takeaways, yeah, the Oilers had 7-6 in the takeaways, but see, it's not enough to create that separation and create that extra offense that I'm talking was needed tonight. Block shots, obviously, I mean, Kevin Quinn and Drew Remenda do such an excellent job of talking up the opposition. I guess it's been that kind of season for us that the opposition is going to look and seem so much better than us because they do everything right and we can't do anything right most nights. Well, there you go. They were talking up and up. The Ottawa Senators block the shots. The Ottawa Senators block the shots all the time. Guys, the Ottawa Senators are last in the NHL. It don't matter how many shots they block. We still should be doing the job against them. Seriously. Come on now. Turn it on ourselves. Let's hold everybody accountable and get this going. 18-12 the block shots for the Ottawa Senators. And the Ottawa Senators, this is the big number. I already mentioned it in the goal scoring tallies. 2 for 2 on the power play. The Oilers 0 for 1, and that was just lackluster boring. Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. That's your game review. I am up on out of here. If I can ever get to my mic settings. Hold on a second.